Well, I hope everybody's okay. I hope you can see me. I'm just doing a little bit of cross stitch. I know I've chopped my head off by the looks of things, but never mind, you get the gist. Been down on the boat, stayed overnight last night, and it's been lovely. I've been doing some cross stitch and some reading, and it's been very relaxing. My son and his wife came to see us yesterday evening and stayed for quite a while, and he might nip and see me today, so that's always good when you see your family. Right, I'm just trying to split this. I'll do it off camera just in case somebody tells me I'm not doing it right. That's it. You do what you want to do, don't you? And it might not be perfect, but if you're getting pleasure out of it, keep going. That's what I think. Last night when we sat out, because it was beautiful, today it's really quite cool and overcast, but last night we sat out with my son and his wife, my husband, and we saw lots of not kingfishers, woodpeckers. They were going up and down, going into the chestnut tree. The chestnut tree is splendid at the moment, so there was at least two woodpeckers. You could hear them drumming this morning, so you know, if you've heard woodpeckers, they do drum, so they were doing that this morning, so that was nice to hear. We saw a cormorant flying over, we saw some swans, and we saw a swan flying over as well, which is quite spectacular because they're very big birds. Lots of terns here. They're a bird, if somebody didn't know, because not everybody's into wildlife, so that was nice. It's a lovely area. It's pretty quiet. I can just hear the church bell telling us that it's 11 o'clock, so it's a very, very English village near where the boat club is, and it's very good to hear the church bells chiming. It's to me, a very peaceful, tranquil thing to hear. Last night we did hear the aeroplanes quite a lot because we're quite near to the airport, to think about it then, but you soon get used to it. And then of course you can hear the trains. There's a lot of trains on the line not far away from where we're moored, and it's good to see a lot of freight using the railway systems, because a lot of the ones yesterday, they were tankers, and if you think about the amount of tankers that they take off the roads, I think they ought to use rail a lot more, because it would save the road congestion, I think. We also see a lot of Tesco containers as well, so that takes a lot of lorries off the road, and I'm sure it's pretty economical to get loads and loads of containers on the rail links, but it must be viable, because I don't think the big companies would be using it if it wasn't. Hope you've got yourself a drink. I can't drink my water because it's propping you up at the moment. You're propped up on a few books with a bottle of water at the back. I thought, what can I do to prop you up? So that's what I've done. I don't know a lot about cross stitch, but I've been looking into the history of it. It says different things on different platforms, really, but I think that the cross stitching that I do is English cross stitch, which I didn't even know it was a thing. It's where you finish the cross, you know, you go up with one stitch and then back with the other stitch, whereas I think some people do a line all the same way and then a line back all the same way, which I didn't even realise people did. It's amazing, isn't it, really? I just look at it and think, well, it's a line of crosses, I'll just do it. Like I say, it's not perfect, but I do it for pleasure, really. It's not going to go in a museum or anything. It's just something that I like doing. I think I will change the colour of the birds, because I'll just show you, they're that colour, and I don't know, I don't think I want to do them that colour, so I might do a brown bird and a black bird, because that's more of what we see in this country, isn't it? Having said that, we have got some beautiful coloured birds, haven't we? Like the kingfisher, it's usually on the water's edge, and also the lovely woodpecker that I've just been talking about. Sometimes I've sat on the boat and I've watched the woodpecker on the edge of the grass, and it's full of ants on the edge of the grass going onto the little road, and the woodpeckers love to go up and down feeding themselves on the ants, and it's quite comical to watch them. There was a crow in the field yesterday bobbing about, and I think that was looking for leather jackets that they feed on off of the lawns, or particularly when they've just been cut. Although the lawns have been cut this morning, but to be honest with you, there was very little growth because it's been so dry, and some of the areas of grass are very, very dry. I know a lot of the heritage steam trains haven't been used at the moment because it's far too dry and dangerous for them to go anywhere near the moors, because one spark and it can all burst into flames, so they do have to be careful. It's amazing, really. I think we're going to have some rain at the weekend, and probably next week, which is a shame because I think that's when a lot of the children break up, but we desperately need it. You know, any of the farmers that don't have like a water system, I think it's going to cause problems with the crops if we don't get some rain. Typical English, aren't we? Talking about the weather. But it very often breaks the ice, doesn't it? If you want to speak to people, you can just talk about the weather. Having said that, if you've got a dog, that's another way of breaking the ice, talking to people. And people talk to you when you've got a dog as well, because you know, it's a bit different, isn't it? They can come up and say, oh, you know, are you taking your dog a walk? And that just starts a conversation. Whereas you don't get strangers coming up to you and starting talking to you, very rarely. Having said that, my mum was the type of person, I don't know what it was about her, that people used to sit, and even people that she'd never met used to sit and pour the troubles out to her, or give their lifetime story, which was quite amusing at times, but she was sincere enough to listen, and she'd probably give them advice, knowing my mum, you know, and it would be pretty sound advice, knowing my mum as well. You know, I can hear the train now. Right, anyway, I'm to crack on with this, and I just thought I'd just show you a bit of what I'm doing on the boat. Anyway, take care of yourselves. I'm looking at the wrong place. Of course I am. You know I'm not perfect, but that doesn't matter, does it? We'll love our imperfections. That'll be it. Lots of love. Bye.